This is James Hendricks with the Black Sheep Reports. And today, before I start, I do want to talk about why I'm doing this video. You know, I'm not a Muslim, but what I can't stand is when a religion is hijacked and misrepresented just to strike fear in the heart of people. Now, as a Christian, I would hate for people to say my religion is evil or hateful for things that doesn't represent my faith, just because of a group of evil men, either that being the KKK, the Christian Crusaders, or Hitler. All these men were Christian, but that doesn't mean that all Christians are evil, just because of a small group of radicals. That being said, why on earth would us Christians at all say that all Muslims are evil and that they don't represent peace, just because of a small group like ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram? You know, Today I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons why you should not fear Muslims. Reason number 1. All terrorists are not Muslim. According to the FBI, 94% of terrorist attacks carried out inside the United States from 1980s to 2005 have been non-Muslim. Now, looking overseas, less than 2% of terrorist attacks carried out in Europe in the past 5 years have been Muslim. Now, if this percentage is not enough for you, I can present better. From 9/11 to the end of 2015, less than 0.0002% of Americans were killed by Muslims. No matter where you look, every single statistic will scream to you that there is absolutely no valid association between 1.6 billion peaceful Muslims in the world and the terror committed by those who hijacked their religion. Reason number 2. If you are scared of Muslims, then you should be terrified of toddlers. More Americans were killed by toddlers than by Muslims. In 2013, 14, and 15, every year for the past several years. Based on these facts, you should be more afraid of toddlers than you are Muslims. Or more realistically, less afraid of Muslims than you are toddlers. Now, please remember this is the next time you are on an airplane with a Muslim. Speaking of airplanes, you are more than 11,000 times more likely to die in an airplane accident than from a terrorist plot involving an airplane. Reason number 3. If you are scared of Muslims, then you should be afraid of household furniture. Recent data from the Consumer Product Safety Commission shows that since 9/11 attacks, which have caused Americans to be terrified of Muslims, Americans have been just as likely to be crushed to death by televisions and furniture than they would be killed by Muslims. On the same note, in the time it takes for me to finish this sentence, at least one American has died from a heart attack. And the time it takes for me to finish this video, at least one American will have died from suicide. By tonight, at least one American will have died by the result of a distracted driving. Meanwhile, not a single American would have been harmed by a Muslim as all of this is happening. Rather than fearing Muslims who pose no harm, why not work to address the preventable deadly leading causes of death plaguing our nation? Number 4. When they say Islam teaches peace, they really mean it. There is no bigger award than those who promote peace than the Nobel Peace Prize. That being said, 5 out of the 12 past people who have won this award have been Muslim. So if all Muslims are terrorists because a single-digit percent of terrorist attacks happen to be Muslim, then all Muslims are peacemakers because 42% of Nobel Peace Prize winners in the past 12 years have been Muslim. Number 5. Muslims play an essential role in fighting terrorism at home, and Muslims hate ISIS just as much as we do. Many polls and studies conducted in the last 5 years shows that Muslims have played a crucial role in helping law enforcement find terror suspects in the United States. In fact, a recent study by Duke University showed that Muslim Americans help catch more terror suspects than the United States government. In fact, a recent study, furthermore, many Muslims have served and currently serve in the military to help protect this nation from terrorists. Now, here's a fact that's not well known to many. Muslims are the largest victims of ISIS terror, as well as the largest victims of terrorism in general. Now, according to the U.S. State Department, Muslims want to defeat terrorism just as much as any other Christian American, if not more. This is why we have Muslim youth, and various Muslim groups and scholars that have done much more to combat ISIS than Donald Trump or anybody else has. This is James Hendricks with the Black Sheep Report. Subscribe if you're new. All the links to this will be below. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook. Our page is Media on 9/11. Thank you.